So I'm going to read some more from one of my sister's old cookbooks. Cook yourself thin. Get this. Okay. So there's a picture on the side here of cheesy chicken parmesan with zucchini pasta. Zucchini sliced paper thin stands in for pappardelle pasta, and low-fat ricotta brings the creamy feel of a high-fat pasta dish. White breadcrumbs and a quick dip in light oil give a delectable crunch to the chicken cutlets. Serves 4, calories per serving 350. For the tomato sauce and zucchini pappardelle, 2 tablespoons olive oil divided, 1/4 red onion coarsely chopped, 3 cloves garlic sliced thin, salt, 1 28-ounce can peeled plum tomatoes, preferably San Marzano in juice, mashed, 1 sprig of fresh basil, pepper, 1/4 cup fresh parsley leaves chopped, 4 zucchini, about 1.5 pounds, trimmed at both ends. For the chicken, 1/4 cup freshly grated Parmesan cheese, plus 2 tablespoons extra for serving. 1/4 cup dried whole wheat or white breadcrumbs. 1 large egg white lightly beaten with a fork. 1 pound boneless, skinless chicken breasts, split in half to make 6 to 8 large, thin cutlets. Pepper, 4 teaspoons olive oil plus 2 teaspoons extra for serving. 1/4 cup part skim ricotta cheese. Step 1 for the sauce. Heat 1 tablespoon of the oil in a large skillet over medium-low heat. Add the onion, garlic, and half a teaspoon of salt. Cook, stirring 1 minute. Cover, reduce heat to very low, and cook until vegetables are softened, about 5 minutes. Check a few times during cooking. If vegetables begin to brown, add 2 teaspoons water and stir. Add the tomatoes with juice, basil, and another half teaspoon of salt. Bring to a simmer. Cover and simmer gently for 5 minutes. Then simmer very gently, partially covered, until thickened, about 20 minutes. Season with 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. Step 2. Meanwhile, using a mandolin or vegetable peeler, slice the zucchini lengthwise until 1/8 inch thick. That was hard to say for a second. Long pappardelle-like strips. Turning the zucchini and slicing on 4 sides, only until you see the center seeds. Discard the centers. Step 3, remove the tomato sauce into a bowl with a rubber spatula. No need to clean the skillet. Heat the remaining 1 tablespoon of oil in the skillet over medium heat. Add the zucchini and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Cover and cook until wilted, tossing often with tongs for even cooking, 8 to 10 minutes. Return the tomato sauce to the pan. Add 1 tablespoon of the parsley and season with 1/8 teaspoon pepper. Cover and set aside. Step 4. On a plate, combine the breadcrumbs, 1/4 cup grated Parmesan, and the remaining chopped parsley. Place the egg white on a second plate. Sprinkle chicken on both sides with salt and pepper. Dip the chicken into the egg whites and then into the breadcrumb mixture to coat completely. Set aside on a large plate or platter. Step 5. Heat 2 teaspoons oil in each of 2 non-stick 10-inch skillets over medium-high heat. Add half of the chicken to each skillet and cook until lightly browned on one side, 2 to 3 minutes. Flip and cook until chicken is firm and lightly browned on the other side, 1 to 3 more minutes. To serve, rewarm the zucchini in the tomato sauce over medium heat. Use tongs to make a twist of zucchini pappardelle on each of 4 plates. Lean chicken cutlets against the side of zucchini. Scoop 1 tablespoon ricotta onto each plate and spoon remaining tomato sauce on top of the chicken. To garnish each plate, drizzle chicken with 1/2 teaspoon of olive oil and sprinkle with 1 teaspoon of Parmesan. Tips. 1. This recipe uses a minimum of Parmesan cheese in the breading and very little oil for sautéing, so that you can add a little extra of both on top of the finished dish, or you can taste it quite directly for an additional kick of bread flavor. 2. 1 pound of chicken tenders may be substituted for chicken breasts. 3. Zucchini sliced thin on an expensive mandolin or V-slicer makes a low-fat, low-calorie substitute for pasta. Spaghetti carbonara. Simple, classic, and also Italian carbonara is what spaghetti was born to become. Al dente pasta paired with salty, smoky bacon, peas, and Parmesan is a culinary revelation, perfect and easy. Too bad life can't be like this more often. Serves 4, calories per serving 412. For the spaghetti, 3 slices bacon, 1 teaspoon olive oil, 1 small onion diced, 1/3 cup low-fat milk, 1 large egg, 8 ounces spaghetti, 1 cup frozen peas, 1½ ounces Parmesan cheese, finely grated, 6 tablespoons, 1/4 cup sliced fresh flat leaf parsley, and salt to taste and pepper to taste. Step 1. Cook the bacon in a large skillet over medium heat, turning occasionally until browned and crisp, about 6 minutes. Drain pan and dry bacon on paper towels. Keep the skillet on the heat, add the oil and onion, and cook, stirring occasionally, until softened and translucent, about 3 minutes. Remove from the heat, whisk together the milk and egg in a large serving bowl until well combined. Stir in the onion. Step 2. Bring a large saucepan of salted water to a boil. Add spaghetti and cook according to the directions on the package. 2 minutes before the spaghetti is done, stir in the peas. Drain and immediately transfer to the milk mixture. Toss until the pasta is well coated. Add the cheese, parsley, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and toss well. Combine the bacon into small pieces over the spaghetti and toss. Serve immediately. This is best with regular pasta. Whole wheat or whole grain pasta competes with the taste of the sauce. Supreme quesadilla with poblano peppers. Mexicans have known that freshness and a little spice go a long way towards eating healthy, as proved by this earthy roasted pepper quesadilla. Lime and onion make the guacamole depth without compromise. Corn tortillas are naturally lower in fat and calories than bread, but every bit is satisfying. Serves 4, Calories per serving 272. For the quesadillas, 1 poblano chili, 1 teaspoon vegetable oil, 1 large white onion, a quarter teaspoon of salt, freshly ground black pepper to taste, 8 corn tortillas, 4 ounces shredded low-fat cheddar cheese. For the guacamole, 1 Hass avocado, half a large tomato, cored and diced, half a teaspoon fresh lime juice, a quarter teaspoon of salt. To serve, 1/4 cup reduced fat sour cream. Step 1. Roast the poblano chili over an open flame with a burner on using a pair of tongs to hold over the fire. Turn the chili occasionally and roast until completely blackened. Alternatively, broil on a baking sheet, turning until blackened. Transfer to a bowl and cover with a plastic wrap, and let stand for 10 to 15 minutes. Step 2. While the chili cools, make the guacamole. Seed, peel, and dice the avocado, and transfer to a bowl along with the diced tomato, lime juice, and salt. Stir and mash with a fork or spoon until well combined, and set aside. Step 3. Peel, stem, and seed the cooled poblano chili and cut it crosswise into thin strips. Heat the oil in a large skillet over medium heat. Add the onion and poblano chili strips and season with a quarter teaspoon of salt and freshly ground pepper. Stirring occasionally. Add about 2 tablespoons of water if the mixture becomes too dry. Cover with a lid and cook until the onions are softened and translucent, about 9 minutes. Remove from heat and reserve warm. Step 4. Heat a separate skillet over low to medium heat. Place 2 tortillas and warm them, turning occasionally until pliable, about 2 to 3 minutes. Remove 1 tortilla and reserve. Sprinkle a thin, even layer of cheese on a tortilla in the skillet. Top with an even layer of the warm chili and onion mixture, then another thin layer of cheese. Center the reserved warm tortilla over the cheese and heat until the bottom tortilla is browned in spots, about 1 minute. Carefully flip quesadilla and cook until the other side is brown and the cheese is completely melted, about 2 minutes. Place on a baking sheet and keep warm in the oven. Repeat with the remaining tortillas and filling. Step 5. Cut each quesadilla in quarters and serve with the guacamole and sour cream. So there's another picture here of stuffed shells. It's important to remember that zucchini is your friend. It's a real chameleon in the kitchen, taking the place of noodles, or in this case cheese, adding weight to the dish, not to you. Serves 10. Calories per serving 331. 12 ounces, 1 box jumbo pasta shells, approximately 40 shells. For the tomato sauce, 1 28-ounce can peeled plum tomatoes and juice, 1 14-ounce can peeled plum tomatoes and juice, 2 teaspoons olive oil, 3/4 cup roughly chopped red onion, 4 cloves garlic sliced thin, salt, 2 sprigs fresh basil, pepper. For the stuffing, 1 pound bag baby spinach, salt and pepper, 2 teaspoons olive oil plus extra for serving, 2 medium zucchini halved lengthwise and sliced thin, 2 scallions chopped, 2 cups 16 ounces part skim ricotta cheese, 1.5 cups shredded reduced fat part skim mozzarella cheese, 1 thin slice ham chopped, 2 tablespoons chopped parsley, half a cup grated Parmesan cheese, a pinch of grated nutmeg. Step 1. Spray a baking sheet lightly with cooking spray. Bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Add the shells and partially cook. They should have started to become tender, but will be firm to the bite. 6 to 7 minutes. Drain in a colander and immediately transfer to the oiled baking sheet, spreading them out in a single layer so that they don't stick together. Let cool. Step 2. For the sauce, pour the tomatoes into a bowl and mash with your hands or pulse in food processor to chop. Heat the oil in a large saucepan over medium-low heat. Add the onion and garlic. Cook, stirring for 1 minute. Cover, reduce heat to a very low, and cook until vegetables are softened, about 5 minutes. Check a few times during cooking. If vegetables begin to brown, add 2 teaspoons of water and stir. Add the tomatoes with juice, basil, and half a teaspoon of salt. Bring to a simmer, cover, and simmer gently for 5 minutes. Then simmer very gently, partially covered, until thickened, about 20 minutes. Season with 1/8 teaspoon pepper. Scrape into another container with a rubber spatula and set aside. Step 3. Add the spinach and 1/2 teaspoon salt into the skillet. Place over medium heat, cook and cover, tossing every now and then with tongs for even cooking, until wilted, 5 to 6 minutes. Drain and let cool, then squeeze out as much liquid as you can, and chop. Transfer to a bowl and set aside. Step 4. In the same skillet, heat the oil over medium heat, add the zucchini and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and cook, stirring every now and then until tender and lightly browned, 5 to 7 minutes. Add scallions during the final 1 minute. Add to the bowl with the spinach. Add the ricotta, the ham, half a cup of mozzarella, the parsley, 1/8 teaspoon pepper, and the nutmeg, and stir to combine. Step 5. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Step 6. Spoon a thin layer of sauce over the bottom of a 2 9x13-inch baking dishes. Fill the cooked shells with the cheese mixture, about 1 tablespoon per shell, and arrange the shells side by side in a single layer in the prepared dishes. Spoon the remaining sauce over the shells, then sprinkle each with half a cup of the mozzarella and a 1/4 cup of the Parmesan. Step 7. Cover with aluminum foil and bake until the filling is heated through and the cheese is melted, 25 to 30 minutes. Tip. Cooked zucchini stands in for some of the cheese in the traditional ricotta filling, adding bulk and mixture. Other vegetables can be substituted, including sautéed mushrooms or baked butternut squash. Eggplant stacks. Let smoky grilled eggplant stamp your taste buds' passport for a flavor trip to the Greek Isles. Feta, tomatoes, and pesto join eggplant in this delicious layered construction that stacks up favorably against fattier moussaka or lasagna. Serves for calories per serving, 2 stacks per person, 596. 4 eggplants, thinly sliced rounds, about 2 pounds. 4 tablespoons extra virgin olive oil. 4 tablespoons balsamic vinegar. 1 lemon juiced. 1 1/4 cups store-bought pesto. 4 to 5 tomatoes thinly sliced. 1 1/4 cups feta crumbled. 1/2 cup basil, salt and pepper. Step 1. Lay the eggplant slices on a sheet pan. Lightly sprinkle with salt and pepper. Step 2. Mix together the olive oil, balsamic vinegar, and lemon juice, and lightly brush the eggplant slices. Step 3. Heat the broiler or grill pan or low gas grill. Grill or broil the eggplant, turning over occasionally until eggplant is very tender, 6 to 10 minutes. Do not let them burn. Cook low and slow for sweetness. Remove and reserve. Step 4. Preheat oven to 350 degrees. Step 5. On baking pan, arrange 4 of the largest eggplant rounds side by side and spread each with thin layer of pesto, then top each with the largest tomato rounds. Season tomatoes with salt and pepper and top each with about 1 tablespoon of feta and a pinch of chopped basil. Continue to layer, ending with cheese. Step 6. In the oven or on the grill until cheese begins to melt, about 3 to 4 minutes. Garnish with fresh lemons. Tip: if your kids don't like pesto or feta, you can change it up with tomato sauce and mozzarella. So I'm going to stop there for today with the turkey mini meatloaves with roasted root veggies. Let me just look at the page. And yeah, thank you for watching my videos. Hope I helped you fall asleep a little bit. So yeah, thank you for liking and subscribing and commenting and everything.